Hello and welcome to the Hot Dog and Handshake Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Jayden and Joining me as always is my co-host, Shane Price. Shane, how you doing this week?
All right.
We are coming to you from Sound Peak Audio and Design in Topeka, Kansas. And this week for my collar and elbow question, we're about a month out, roughly, maybe like 5 weeks out from the start of the Continental Classic, the second iteration. So last year it was 2 blocks of 6. So I asked you, and I did as well. We were coming up with our blocks for the tournament. So we have our collision block and our dynamite block. First, I want to give two, and also the kind of the rules here. We're trying to do it based on the years they've had. So just looking at 2024. Second rule, you only have one spot for non-AEW talent. You get one slot for, it could be a New Japan guy, CMLL, Rev Pro, whatever. And then for me personally, I want to give honorable mentions to Jack Perry and Konosuke Takeshita. They've probably had better years than some of the guys I put in. But since they're champions, I decided not to include them because it is for the Continental title. So do you want to start with dynamite blocks?
Well, sure, why not?
All right, what do you got?
So first, my dynamite block, I have Dan Garcia.
Yeah, he's in one of mine. He's in my collision. We'll get to him. But yeah, so, I mean, just on Daniel Garcia, I kind of want to take a second to kind of recognize great year, right? Re-signed with the company. Obviously one of the top stars. Really has been building himself up. The whole dancing gimmick got so over. So good pick with Daniel Garcia.
And I'm going to be going crazy, but I think Jeff Jarrett might deserve a little rub here.
Yeah. He's had a great year.
I mean, just
the Owen Hart, from the Owen Hart on, like, he's been really, really good. He had that intense Owen Hart promo, and then from there, it's just everyone's been behind Jeff Jarrett, so I agree with that.
Kyle Fletcher for my dynamite block.
He was a hard omission for me, but yeah, definitely has had a good year.
This guy is technically a champion, but it's Ring of Honor pure champion, so it doesn't really count to me.
Go ahead.
Lee Moriarty.
Yeah, I think he's been good in everything I've seen. Like I said, he's been pure champion, so he's been cooking on Ring of Honor. I don't really get to watch, don't have the time to watch Ring of Honor, but yeah, that's a good pick.
How many am I at now? 4, 3?
So Garcia, Jarrett, Fletcher, Moriarty.
So 4. Give me Hobbs. He's healthy. Give me Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
That's done much this year. Obviously, he's been hurt. Mm-hmm. But the C2 is a great place to come back.
Do a big return, yeah.
And then finally in this block, give me Ricochet.
Yeah, he's been hot off the press at AEW. He's had a great few months there. I left him out just because he hasn't been there all year.
Right.
But I'm sure he could have a great year next year, and we could be doing this same exercise in a year, and I would have him in. My dynamite block, I have Swerve Strickland.
Okay.
He's been AEW World Champion. He's had a great. I think we do need to establish the Continental Classic as like a big deal, right? So we do need to have main eventers in it, right? I know it's for a quote-unquote mid-card championship, but it still needs to have an air of importance if we want it to feel like AEW's G1, right?
Forgot Okada in my dynamite block.
He's in my collision block, so
okay, yeah,
we can do that.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It's loose rules, right? Will Ospreay, another one who's just had an incredible year. It would be a rematch with Swerve and some cool matches set up, especially with my next guy from New Japan Pro Wrestling, a guy who I think has been having an underratedly great year, Hanare.
Ooh, okay.
I think he'd be a hitter. I think him being in United Empire, having a cool match with Ospreay, and I really put him in here because I want to see him face my next guy who's had a great year, great debut year here in AEW, the Beast Mortos. I have him in my dynamite block. I think him with Ospreay, him with Hanare would be great. And, of course, he's just been so over this year. Number 5 here in my dynamite block, I went with Darby Allin. I think he earned this spot when he went through that glass at Revolution. He didn't have to do anything else this year, and he earned his spot there. And he's done so many other great things since then. And then finally, number 6, give me Mark Briscoe. I think he's had a great year. He's been Ring of Honor champion. So he is a champion that I kept in here, but it's Ring of Honor, so it's a little different, like you said, with Lee Moriarty. So, yeah, that's my dynamite block. Who is in your collision block?
So we're going to start with Okada.
Yep.
Just first off the bat.
Because he does have to be in it as Continental Champion.
Then I'm gonna go with. I'm thinking about my not AEW slot really hard here. It's kind of been. I'm narrowing it down as we go on, but I'm gonna give Hologram a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna want Shibata
Good pick. He
In
just
there.
missed mine.
in the same block as Okada, so it's guaranteed to happen.
Yeah.
It'll be at one of the bigger Dynamites.
Yep.
Oh, Jalistico, I think just as a little Lucha guy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 4? I think.
That's 4. Yeah. Okada, Hologram, Shibata, and Drostico.
And not to load up the collision block, but Jay White.
Okay. It's obviously so fair. He's had such. I mean, other than his injury time, he has been injured a little bit, but when he's been in, he's been cooking. And then you have one more spot.
Not to overload my collision block, if anybody. What if Mystico got a run to C2?
That's who I considered Mystico. I also considered Mascara Dorada.
Okay. Yeah.
For my
I
spot,
think
I ended up
Dorada's
landing
more
on.
likely.
I ended up landing on Hanare, but that would be cool too. A Mystico run. My collision block, of course, like I said, Okada. I think you got to get Hangman Page in there.
Yeah.
And with that, a man he's been feuding with, who we recognize has had a great year, Jeff Jarrett. Right, I have him in there. Hologram, because he's been the king of Collision this year. He's the Collision MVP. Jay White, just like you had, in here, also getting a match with Hangman, a rematch there, and a match with Okada, rematch there. And then Daniel Garcia, also in that block. So I think that would be pretty cool. I think, of the blocks I put together here, I don't even know what would be my favorite matches. Ospreay and Swerve, Okada and Hangman, Okada and Jay White, Hanare and Mortos, Ospreay and Hanare. I think I put together some good matchups here. So, and Darby Allin and Mark Briscoe would just be.
And I'm giving people what they want. Okada Shibata.
Yeah. All right, on to the news of the week here, starting with AEW. Sting has signed AEW's first quote-unquote Legends deal. It's kind of different than the deal that Amanda Huber has for Brody Lee. So I don't quite consider what she has a Legends deal, even though it's Legends adjacent. But Sting has signed the first legitimate Legends deal. It's basically, if you don't know what that is, WWE does these all the time. It's a licensing deal. AEW can make Sting action figures, T-shirts, put Sting in the video games. Sting can make appearances a couple times a year.
So to me, this is not a good decision from Sting. I think an appearance deal would have been fine, but AEW's merch team is just not proving it. They haven't,
honestly, wrestling merch as a whole
made a Sting mask. They have not made a Sting mask.
Wrestling merch as a whole is just kind of in the gutter right now. There's not much great wrestling merch.
Not between the big.
Somehow,
two.
House of Torture is towards the top.
Not between the big 2 or the big 3, I guess. But on the indie scene, there's always going to be good merch.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see in a few weeks.
And then, this is fun news for you. House of Black officially have the most trios wins in AEW history.
Good.
Yeah, so I thought I'd let you in on that stat.
Good.
And then news that broke literally like 20 minutes ago. Samantha Irvin is leaving WWE. What are your thoughts on this?
I think if this is a kind of time right now, it feels like the kind of loss that's legitimately like too much.
Yeah,
who's going to replace her?
Nobody. Because in the past year, she's become like the best.
Because when Roman Reigns has a match at WrestleMania for
against Solo Sikoa,
or against whoever, and he's getting his introduction, and it's not Samantha Irvin or Chelsea Green or anybody who's like that special touch.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be the same. Imagine if it's like a guy they call up. First of all, they're gonna call up the NXT ring announcer, which is totally fine by me.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but okay, cool.
She's the third best option. She's the best option.
Oh, well, is it Alicia Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She's the best option there, but it's not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
What if they call up what if they sign a guy from okay, Renos from the Indies, J Rose, And well, now not that many good ones. Bobby Cruz.
Is Bobby Cruz still with the AEW Ring of Honor?
Yes, but still. If WWE comes knocking and makes him an NXT announcer, I won't be mad.
Yeah. I don't know. This does feel like it's weirdly a huge loss from the ring announcer role. She really felt like she added something special to a lot of ring announcements that we just haven't heard other people do before. Really big loss. I think the obvious thought is she's going to AEW. And I usually try to stray away from that, like, oh, someone leaves this one of the big two, they're going to the other of the big two. But, like, Ricochet's her fiance. He's over there. He's having a great time. She's probably about to go over there.
You never know. She could pull a JBL.
And just show up at random indies every week and do a crazy ring announcement. Just clothesline somebody.
Just announce a random tourist on some island.
Yeah. I know. We'll see.
Go to Aruba and, like, introducing you from Aruba.
And then in New Japan news here, we didn't really get to cover all of King of Pro Wrestling last week because it happened like the morning before we recorded,
right?
Because of Japan times and stuff. The Intergalactic Jet Setters won the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. That is Kevin Knight and Kushida, for those of you who don't know. And that leads us into our next segment, which is we have another block-based tournament to do, another round-robin style tournament. So we're gonna pick I'm gonna talk about the entrants who we have in the Super Junior Tag League. So this is like the G1, like the Continental Classic, but it's tag teams, junior heavyweight tag teams to be specific. And then we will each pick one. Last time for the G1, I gave you the first pick of anybody, and then I had to pick from the other block. This time I'm going to pick and make you pick from the other block. Starting off here, the first one, we have the Bullet Club War Dogs, Clark Connors and Drilla Maloney. Second entry, they're awesome. I love these guys. They had an awesome match just randomly on New Japan Soul this year that was crazy. It was against Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita. TMDK. Killer. This is their second time in the tournament. From House of Torture, we have Sho and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Their second time in the tournament. That's enough said about them.
Oh, no. Unless New Japan brings me a time machine, goes back 20 years, and brings me Kanemaru from 2005, I don't care. But if it's 2005 Kanemaru, this is a good tag team.
Spoiler alert, you're not getting it.
I know.
The Ichiban Sweet Boys, the previously mentioned Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita, which, by the way, Ichiban Sweet Boys, incredible tag team.
Great name.
Their second entry.
Great stable.
From DMDA. LIJ are putting Hiromu Takahashi and Bushi in as their team. This is their second entry as a team, but their first one was 2017. So it's been 7 years since they've been in this as a team.
That's such a throwback team there.
Yeah. A new team to this is Ryusuke Taguchi and Dragon Dia. Is it Dragon Dia or Dragon Dia? Dragon Dia.
They're not going to get a single point again. But they're ruining my boy. They're ruining him.
And then another new team, we have Tiger Mask, presumably Tiger Mask 4, and Captain Suicida from CMLL.
I would love it so much for it to be like the first Tiger Mask or 3 or for not 4 for some reason.
Yeah.
If it's 2, I'll lose my mind.
Yeah. In the B block, we have, for the third time, the Intergalactic Jet Setters. The current champions are always in it, so that makes sense. Catch 22, which is Francesco Akira and TJP. This is their third entry, and they won it last year. So they are from United Empire, for those who don't know. A new team to the Super Junior Tag League. From Chaos, we have Yo and Rocky Romero. So a little Roppongi Vice, Roppongi 3K.
Not really a new one, but like still.
Well, new to this tournament. They've never been in this tournament together. What would be their team name? Because they're Roppongi Vice, Roppongi 3, Roppongi Thrice.
Roppongi 3002.
Yeah. We have the DKC and Ninja Mac.
Really random.
Ninja Mac, a Noah guy. Is DKC Noah as well?
No, he's strong.
He's okay. This is a really random team. And from Bullet Club, we have Taiji Ishimori and the newest member of Bullet Club, Robbie X from Rev Pro. They are a new team to this. They're a brand new team at all. Robbie X just joined Bullet Club. Also new to this from Australia, we have the Velocities, Paris De Silva and Jude London. Jude London, by the way, great wrestling name. Got hats off to Jude London.
Yeah.
So for my pick, if it wasn't obvious from my opening bit there, it's Drew Maloney and Clark Connors is who I'm following in this. This is the team I'm riding all the way. Let's go War Dogs. So that's from the A block. You're left with the B block.
Can't pick my boy.
The Jet Setters, DKC and Ninja Mac, Chaos, Catch 22, Velocities, Bullet Club. Who do you got?
Well, there's 3 good choices here and 1 choice that is.
Who are the 3 good choices? Let's narrow it down.
3 good choices are Kevin Knight and Kushida.
Yeah, the champions. Good pick.
Catch 22.
Yep.
And
DKC Ninja Mac, Yo Rocky, Velocities, Taiji, and
probably
Robbie
Yo
X.
Rocky.
Yo Rocky.
However,
You're saying those are good choices as in they may win.
Yes.
Okay.
However, I love me some Ninja Mac.
Love me some Ninja Mac?
I love me some Ninja Mac.
So you going DKC and Ninja Mac all the way?
DKC Ninja Mac, man. They're not going to win, but it's going to be so much fun.
I'll put it in.
Listen, let Ninja Mac. I saw that man in a GCW ring in 2022 cook.
Yeah. So Super Junior Tag League is in. I will be following the War Dogs, and you will be following DKC and Ninja Mac. So let's see here. I know the tournament starts this week, so we can maybe do like a quick preview of who our teams are facing here in 3 days. So that'll be on Thursday. Block A is first, and looks like my team is facing Sho and Kanemaru. So a little Bullet Club on Bullet Club action here. House of Torture still technically Bullet Club, I guess.
I'm fully expecting Nick Togo to interfere in that match.
Oh yeah, surely. This will be not a good match, but hopefully one we can win, and I'm confident in this one. I like this as an opener. I think we can win this one. Kanemaru is an old man. I don't think he's going to be able to last. And then on the 26th, we will have your boys will be facing Robbie X and Taiji Ishimori.
That could be a win.
Could be. It's interesting. It's an interesting matchup because neither of these teams have like tagged together before. So there's no tag chemistry whatsoever in this match.
And maybe the DKC and Ninja Mac are a horrible tag team.
That would be really funny if they just end up having no chemistry.
Just let Ninja Mac do some cool flips, man.
Let Ninja cook. Ninja Mac, not the streamer, the Twitch streamer, the Fortnite streamer.
Seeing any movement.
And then I think that is... Oh, there will be one more before the time that we record next week. Well, 2 more, but one of them's that morning, so we probably won't get to it before next week. And that'll see both blocks that night. You got the Velocities.
Another winnable match.
I don't know that. At least they have tag chemistry. We have reading through here. Oh, Team DK. The what was it? Ichiban Sweet Boys. So that might be. That's a great match because that's a rematch from earlier this year of a match I really loved. So I'm really excited for that one, and I think that'll be a great match. Hard to pull off, but I think we can win it. I'm confident in my War Dogs. So. In another New Japan news, Rin Narita of House of Torture won the New Japan TV title. And, of course, the big news, Zack Sabre Jr., your G1 Climax winner, the guy that I was behind the whole time. I was on the Zack Sabre Jr. train, and it paid off as he is now IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Already took the title, defended it in his home country at Royal Quest against Sonata. Really excited to see where this goes. So now, Shane, you have the pen. Who does he face at Wrestle Kingdom? Who does he face at Wrestle Dynasty? And assume Bryan Danielson is injured. Because I think it'd be too easy to say Sabre Jr. versus Danielson.
Tsuji 2 at Wrestle Kingdom.
Okay. G1 rematch.
Okada at Wrestle Dynasty.
Ooh, that would be cool. I do think Okada's going to be in like a trios thing with the Elite.
Right.
So,
See, my thing is,
if let's say that Okada trios thing, because I think The only thing really telegraphed for Wrestle Dynasty so far is it feels like we're going to get Kenny, Ibushi, and Tanahashi versus Okada and the Bucks. Granted, everyone's healthy. So if we're assuming we get that, what's your backup choice behind Okada for Zack Sabre Jr.?
Wheeler Yuta, I guess.
Yuta, Shibata?
I can see Shibata. I would like Shibata to face like Ishii though.
Claudio?
I can see
Rematch
Claudio.
of the first Forbidden Door?
I can see Claudio.
That'd be a cool one. Trying to think who else would be interesting. Hangman?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just some thoughts. But yeah, I think that. And of course, we already talked a little bit about Robbie X joining the Bullet Club. He is from England. He is a former Rev Pro Cruiserweight champion. So it seems like he's joining Bullet Club. He might be Bullet Club kind of the way that Chris Bay and Ace Austin are Bullet Club. Just kind of off to the side Bullet Club.
Right.
Because we talked about this a little bit on the write up here. The Bullet Club, joining Bullet Club in 2024, maybe not as cool as it once was.
I think the coolest it was when Adam Cole joined.
Yeah, it's like signing with the Patriots in 2024. Yeah, it's like at one point this was the place to be.
Like if Bad Luck Fale, first of all, if Bad Luck Fale gives me a shirt, I'm like, hell no.
For Bad Luck Fale, by the way, inexplicably on my TV this week. Because I watched KOPW and he was on the undercard. Teaming with a guy named Caveman Ugg.
Caveman Ugg rules, first of all.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. Yeah.
Bad Luck Fale kind of does his own thing.
He does. It's like he exists and also doesn't exist.
He goes in like the Australian indies, and not even like the big one. Finds some guys, says, "Hey, Bullet Club, you are." I'm like, oh, I might have to be.
Yeah, Bullet Club's in a weird place. Moving on. Speaking of Adam Cole, who you brought up just a minute ago, we'll move on to Dynamite and let's talk about that Adam Cole MJF segment. What are your thoughts overall on the setup for this feud with Adam Cole now being the babyface, MJF now being the heel? Because I've seen a lot of discourse about it online. So I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I don't know.
Let it play out. Is that kind of where you're at right now?
I guess, yeah. Because right now it's just so fresh. I guess this kind of like dynamic between them is Adam the face and MJF the heel. So
and also it's like. It's 2024. Like, we don't have to have faces and heels. Like, this isn't 1981. Like,
right.
we can do like they're kind of both tweeners. Adam Cole is trying to be a good guy, but he did some bad things, and he's kind of conflicted. Is he? You know, his reasoning was like he turned on MJF because he knew MJF would turn on him. So it's kind of like MJF getting a taste of his own medicine. Is it deserved? Really what this is going to be about is if you want to establish MJF as the heel, you have to do some heel shit, right? Like you have to, because, you know, like whenever there's like a movie where it's like, well, the bad guy kind of had a point. He's still the bad guy because of the way he goes about what he does, right? Like, I'm trying to think of a good example of a movie where the bad guy kind of had a point. Like Black Panther. Killmonger kind of has a point in that movie, but the way he goes about it is all wrong. Right? And that's kind of where we get at the end with Black Panther, T'Challa kind of trying to go about things the right way and open up Wakanda to the world the right way. So like MJF, if he's going to be the bad guy, he kind of has a point right now, so we have to see him do something wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you want to take this in like a real heavy swerve Hangman kind of way, what if he attacks Britt Baker? Just swings on Britt with a chair or something.
Run it off TV. Thank God. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be like that's like, okay, well, he's the heel now. He just hit a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if he hits Kyle O'Reilly with his car?
He did it for The Rock.
He did it for The Rock. No, but like, you know what I mean? Like, what he's got to do something like nasty.
Yeah, he's
like,
got
show us you're the heel here.
Especially when Hangman Adam Page is out here killing people. And
Hangman's out here burning down houses.
And
like,
Moxley is murdering people.
Moxley's committing murders. Hangman's committing murders.
He's got to commit a murder.
Yeah, he's got to murder somebody.
He's going to murder.
Who's he going to murder?
Baker,
who does Adam Cole care about? He's going to murder Sonic the Hedgehog.
He's going to murder Chugs.
He's going to murder Chugs. Oh, no. Oh, no, Chugs. Chugs on Twitch, no.
Really pull out of the stare that there's two different people bit and have him like attack Chugs on stream.
Yeah. Oh, my God, no. What's that going to mean for the party? For the party.
Attack Xavier Woods on WWE television.
He's going to kill Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze is going to get killed off on AEW television before he's ever even established on it.
They're going to be playing Uno with Chugs, Tyler Breeze, and somebody else.
Yeah. Claudio.
And Claudio is going to leave. Mm-hmm. And MJF's going to come on Tyler's stream behind him in his face cam. And
with like a rope.
And
like
choke him out, yeah.
Choke him out. I like that. Choke him out with Justin Roberts' tie. But speaking of, the murders that the BCC have been doing, this week, kind of interesting because they cross paths with the Elite a little bit. So, first of all, like, what are you thinking of the BCC story at all? And then what do you think with the way it relates to the Elite?
I love it. I love the BCC story so goddamn much, dude. Mm-hmm. It's so good. And I think it relates to the Elite. Elite. This is the first good thing from this story that has been in a while. Mm-hmm. Is the Elite looking on in like shock on the ramp, just being like when real villains show up, you look all scared, right?
Well, because I kind of because it's like the Elite were, it's you almost see them break the fourth wall within their own minds, because like they were taking over the company within the rules of pro wrestling, right? Within the established world of pro wrestling. And now Mox's group, they haven't officially said they're the BCC. Commentary's been calling them the BCC, but also alluding to the fact that they might not still be the BCC. I think they need a new name. I think I heard someone pitch the Death Riders. That'd be cool.
How about this? The criminals.
Yeah.
The felons. The murderers.
Hear me out. Based on their attire, right? The plain white tees. Is that taken?
It might be a little taken right now. Okay. How about this? White shirt, green pants, Family Guy.
The Peter Griffin gang. The Peter Griffin gang. So, but like, where was I going with it? Completely forgot now. Just completely lost my train of thought. So I was thinking about Peter Griffin. What I was saying is like the Elite, they've been holding it within the confines of the wrestling world. And then the BCC is in here like putting a bag over a guy's head and choking him out, like legitimately like evil stuff. And so it is interesting to see that juxtaposition. Will we see the Elite turn a little babyface and try to fight back against the BCC? Because it's like, hey, this is our territory to run. Where you are. What's the word? Waging war on AEW, which means you're waging war on us. You know what I mean? Like, the Elite are AEW. Like, the Bucks are AEW. So, I don't know. It seems like a natural step that they will have to.
If they turn them face over, I'm going to lose my mind.
No, I don't think they turn them face. I think they turn them I think it's like the enemy of my enemy, right? Because they want to be the ones taking over AEW. But now they're being usurped. So they have to reluctantly team up with the Daniel Garcias, Private Parties, Hook, those guys, right? Orange Cassidy, maybe. And then face off against the
I have a great idea.
Blackpool Combat Club.
I have a great idea. This just ends the storyline. Because they realize week after week that the BCC or whatever they are.
They just cowered out.
Yeah. Because that's their character. That makes sense.
That actually makes a lot of sense. They just cowered out of it. They back out.
It just ends the storyline. They stop trying to take over the company. Mm-hmm. I think at the most they relinquish the EVP title to Jon Moxley.
That'd be really funny.
And Jon Moxley doesn't take it.
No. They bring in Christopher Daniels, and they're like, hey, buddy, hey. You know what we decided? You are an EVP now. We'll change our minds, and then they just disappear. And they just make it Christopher Daniels' problem.
We're gonna go back to being wrestlers now.
Yeah. So find us some tag titles contenders. We're gonna go chill with the boys at catering. Have fun with this whole Jon Moxley and his gang of villains situation.
Then he returns. Who's the tag team title match? Oh, nobody in particular. Just Yuta and Moxley.
Yeah, Yuta and Moxley. So I don't know.
This should end with all the belts.
But I do really think I like that. The Elite should cower out.
It makes the most sense.
It would be the best way to go. Shelton Benjamin and Leo Rush.
Oh, dude, Shelton Benjamin was so good.
Insane. Shelton Benjamin throws the best super kick I've ever seen. Apologies to Shawn Michaels, but like, oh my god, it looked like he kicked Leo's head off.
Shelton has taken the best super kick and that's what given the best super kick.
That's true. He's been on the receiving end of a great super kick and given, because this one looked like strong, like it was a real kick. And also, like, it's funny how, like, Shelton Benjamin, whenever he's in WWE, is, like, a small guy. But then he goes to Ring of Honor or AEW, and he's, like, a tank. You notice that? What would you think of Leo Rush filling the Cedric Alexander role in the new Hurt Syndicate? Because he's been given a card by MVP. Listen, that's not a huge role to fill.
They keep the Black Heart thing away from him at all times. I saw a clip of that match. It's on my mind. They keep the Black Heart thing away from him. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, because also he's history Bobby Lashley. Remember, he used to manage Lashley.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe. And then can we talk about the new greatest tag team ever formed? Brian Cage and Lance Archer. Isn't that just such a badass tag team immediately?
Excuse me, the Gates of Agony are still a thing, you know.
That's true. But, like, this is awesome.
Even though
put them in the ring with the Gates of Agony.
You know, Bishop
now.
Khan is wrestling in the Indies with, oh, brother, oh, God, oh. Do you know who saved him in his last match in the Indies?
Oh, don't say it was Robbie Knight Jr.
No.
Oh, thank God.
No, it's even worse.
It's worse.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Riddle?
Nope, it's worse than that.
Marty Scurll?
Same vein.
Just tell me. I'm not going to get there.
Velveteen Dream.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
No, Khan. No, my boy.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No, don't. Please don't say it's true. Khan, no.
It's true.
Get away from him. Get back with Toa Leona and get in the ring with Brian Cage and Lance Archer. And let's make magic on a random episode of Collision, dude. Like,
Tony, sign him to an exclusive deal right
now.
I don't want to see him wrestle another damn show for MCW.
Why
is
Dream,
MJF here?
Give Velveteen Dream far away from my boy.
Well, you know what?
But apparently, Brian Cage and Lance Archer, they've been pitching this for years. Tony Khan was just waiting for the right time to use it.
Now
and he chose now. It's a good. I think it's a good
time. I think Tony Khan is going to step in.
Why?
MJF's going to be at an event at that company.
Oh God, I hate that. What's that? Wait a second. Show me that again.
Yes, it was.
Is that Tony Atlas?
Yes.
Kevin Nash is whatever. Is that? Where's his sleeveless shirt in that picture?
He's not wearing a shirt. There's no sleeves required.
Okay, that's true. God, Tony Atlas. Dude, he was the best part of that documentary. I swear, like, he was.
His Becca.
Like, that's such a serious accusation, and like shouldn't be so funny. But just the way he delivered it was awesome. To Collision now. / Battle of the Belts. I didn't get to watch Battle of the Belts. I did that thing again where like I procrastinated watching wrestling all week and had to cram it all in last night. So I didn't get to Battle of the Belts. I wanted to at least check out Okada, Kyle O'Reilly, which I'll probably do tonight. Orange Cassidy. There's a point where he looks like he's going to go help against the BCC, but then just walks away. Some people are labeling this a heel turn. But
no.
Based on the promo he gives afterwards when he's talking to Danny and to Private Party, I think OC just lost his confidence. Orange Cassidy just doesn't think he can beat Jon Moxley. That's what it is.
Which he can't. I don't think he can.
So, like, that's an interesting story they're telling there, right? He's not turning heel. Don't think he's turning heel. People online are thinking he's turning heel. That's not it. He has just lost his confidence. And now the story is going to be about Daniel Garcia and Private Party and Hook and Darby, who we haven't heard from since WrestleDream, getting OC his confidence back. And, maybe the conglomeration plays a part in that, right? But Orange Cassidy just needs to get his confidence back. So we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, I think that's a really interesting story that they're telling. It's just, yeah. So that was my read on it. I don't know if you had anything else to say about Orange Cassidy this week, but it was one of the more interesting things on wrestling TV this week in what was sort of a dull week. Also, we have a rare occurrence here. Anna Jay won the Eliminator match. She pinned Mariah May, so she's going to get a title shot, I think, in 2 weeks on Dynamite. I think it's a week from this Wednesday. So that's cool. On to WWE. What did you think of the return of the War Raiders?
That was fine.
Less a Viking-y. Took the Viking away, made him with the War Raiders. She should have gone all the way and called him War Machine again, by the way.
Yeah, but they also haven't been as good as they were as War Machine in years, so I don't know.
Yeah. Also, there might be like a issue there, because remember when they had to stop calling Cesaro the Swiss Superman? Because of the Superman
they
trademark?
own the trademark, I think, still. It was never owned by Ring of Honor or New Japan.
No, but what I'm saying is they had to stop calling him the Swiss Superman. They'd start calling him the Swiss Cyborg in WWE.
Right.
Because of the Superman part of it.
I guess, yeah.
So War Machine, Marvel, I don't know. Might be iffy, right?
I don't know. Hulk Hogan was a big thing, so.
But yeah, the War Raiders are back. They're more regular, I guess. They aren't as character-y. They beat Tozawa and Otis. It was a fine match. Their new move, the Fallout, where Eric throws a guy into an Ivar bodies like top rope splash. Awesome. Loved that finish. We got to talk about Cody and Gunther. They had a promo battle this week that was your typical face-to-face, I'm better than you, I'm better than you, whatever. Why should I care about this match? Outside of Cody's a good wrestler, Gunther's a good wrestler, we're getting them in the ring together. What is the story here?
I couldn't tell you.
It's that big, stupid Saudi Arabian diamond belt. Like, I don't care about that. For one, you've never given me a reason to care about anything that happens in Saudi because it almost always doesn't matter. 2, this belt has no history. Like Cody said on SmackDown, like this is about being the first. So Cody on SmackDown sold me a little bit more on it because he made it about wrestling firsts and about how he wants his daughter to, it's an achievement that he can show to his daughter and be like, I was the first of this, right? But while you're establishing that belt's history, for this match, you have to come up with some sort of story. And I'm better than you isn't a great story. It can lead to some great matches, but give me something here. Because this is nothing right now. And you know what's even more nothing is the Liv Morgan, Nia Jax of it all. That one's even more nothing to me right now. So, on SmackDown, first note here, Nick Aldis has a little notebook. I like that he has a little notebook so he can literally say it's booked when he writes something in. That's a fun little gimmick.
He says, oh, you gotta cut some more time. He just takes the scissors out and just goes.
Yep. And then in that promo I was mentioning earlier, Cody says we'll have a definitive winner at Crown Jewel, implying that there's not going to be a schmozzy finish. There's on the Masked Man show, a podcast I like to listen to, there's a guy, Kaz, on there who used to write for WWE, and he always says, from his experience working with WWE is going to tell you, they will tell you what they're going to do a lot of the time. Do you think this is that situation? Do you think we're actually going to see a definitive winner? Because it's not lost on me that while they are building to this match, Cody is also feuding with Kevin Owens, and Gunther has also been feuding with Sami Zayn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels natural that we could get a situation there. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. It seems like this is again it's too new of a feud, I guess, for me to think. Well, hey, maybe let's go here. And so I guess I just want to see this play out a bit more. Maybe get past Crown Jewel.
Right now, with a couple weeks to go till Crown Jewel, who are you feeling like is going to win this, Cody or Gunther?
Gunther.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's more to gain from a Gunther win than a Cody win.
Because I mean, either one, I guess, is fine because it is a meaningless match.
Here's the thing: is that Cody has reached that level that guys like Cena have been to, Austin has been to, Hogan has been to, Orton has been to, Roman has been to, where Rollins I think has been there. You can take a loss, and you don't lose any credibility. You have enough credibility built up to where you're always going to have that enough credibility. Moxley has this in AEW. Danielson has had this in AEW. Cena, like I said earlier, recently especially. I don't know. So that's my thought too. Is like Cody's not gonna lose anything from losing, but Gunther can gain something from a win over Cody. Plus, Royal Rumble 2023. The last 10 minutes of that match was an awesome Gunther Cody final two. So, and then I think the biggest thing of the week on TV, maybe just in general, the Motor City Machine Guns debut on SmackDown in a triple threat tag with A-Town Down Under and Los Garza. What'd you think of that?
I mean, there was no reaction from the crowd. It was kind of disappointing. The team sucked, but they still got it.
It was a good match.
The bell rings, all that goes away.
Here's the thing: is one, I think this is an important time to remind people that WWE is not a pro wrestling company. It's a sports entertainment company. It's its own thing. They're WWE fans, while some may also be pro wrestling fans, they are not pro wrestling fans in general, right? They're not just because you're a WWE fan does not make you a pro wrestling fan. So a lot of the people in WWE crowds don't know anything about the Motor City Machine Guns. They maybe recognize Alex Shelley from the time he was in the Dusty Classic with Kushida. I kind of explain it like MCU fans are not necessarily comic book fans.
Right.
But comic book fans are pretty much always at least sort of interested in the MCU.
I've seen TikTok comments that are like, is that Evan Bourne?
I saw that same. Yeah. I saw a tweet about that comment, but probably the same tweet. Yeah, so that's one thing you have to keep in mind. But I think as the weeks go on, people are going to realize, oh, these are the guys who made tag team wrestling what it is today.
Side note, a little bit of side note here. How did Matt Sydal not get a return in St. Louis' Royal Rumble?
I don't know.
Missed opportunity.
It's whenever Matt Sydal is not on your show and he could be on your show, it's a missed opportunity. Better.
Why has he not been booked at any GCW show in St. Louis?
Hey, come on. What we got like less than a month, like 3 weeks until that show. Let's go. Come on.
At least give me Ariel Van Gogh back, man.
Give me Matt Sydal and Gringo Loco, dude. Give him an hour.
Sidney Akeem hasn't been booked on the show either.
That would be a solid one too.
He's from St. Louis.
Yeah, there's plenty of high flyer guys you can get out there. I wish Jordan Oliver was healthy. That'd be a cool.
Wow, dude.
But anyway, but I think WWE fans are going to realize the Motor City Machine Guns way of wrestling inspired so much of the tag team wrestling we've seen. They inspired, maybe not directly, but they've inspired DIY, the Usos, the Undisputed Era. Trying to think of other tag teams of that kind of genre that have been in WWE. Do you have any? Probably the Street Profits.
Street Profits a little bit. New Day a little bit. Any team, it's like New Day, especially with Xavier.
Xavier worked with them for years.
Worked with him for a while, so
he saw that up close. But any team that is at least sort of in the athletic flyer genre,
any specialized tag team with that's like a little smaller dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, yeah. Even like War Machine too, a little bit.
Yeah. So like all these guys, and then you look at
any
AEW.
team almost like the Briscoes and Motion Machine Guns. When I think of tag team wrestling, it's those two.
Yeah, like the Young Bucks, just straight up, that's who they are, right? They are Motor City Machine Guns, West Coast. You know what I mean? They're the West Coast Machine Guns. So, but yeah, I think WWE fans will warm up to the Machine Guns. It was maybe a lackluster debut crowd pop wise, but by the time we get to WrestleMania season, I think they'll be fully in on these two guys, especially because I think they're going to immediately put the belts on them.
That makes sense.
Because this week, the whole premise of that triple threat was there was another triple threat that was the DIY, Pretty Deadly, and the Profits, which was an awesome match, by the way. DIY won that. There was a cool finish where Montez, Gargano, and I don't remember which member of Pretty Deadly, I think it was Kit Wilson, were the legal men. And Gargano and Tez got simultaneous pins on the Pretty Deadly members, but Gargano pinned the correct one, so they got the win, which I thought was kind of an interesting finish. What's up?
Well,
You look like there's some news.
I have a new match for Dynamite for the ladder for the giving it away for the
Lightning round.
Yeah.
Okay.
For Dynamite.
Cool. So anyway, Motor City Machine Guns are awesome. Let's move on to Halloween Havoc.
Yes.
We're not going to do predictions right now because there are only 3 matches announced.
May I say the wrong man will have 3-way?
Which 3-way?
Number 1 contender 3-way for the title.
For the NXT title?
Yeah.
I have not been paying attention to NXT, so who was in that 3-way?
Ethan Page won it between Jay Malachi and Trick.
Jay Malachi, Javon Evans for WWE fans.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that is the wrong man. Well, no, Trick is the champion, so it would have been somebody else.
Oh, it was
Ethan Page matches. Wesley, that was the other one.
Yeah, it was Wesley, Malachi, Javon Evans,
and Ethan Page.
Yeah, so the wrong guy won.
All right, so the matches we have here, I guess we could do this sort of halfway between lightning round and predictions. What are you thinking? Tony D'Angelo, Obafemi, tables, ladders, and scares match.
I'm gonna rate this
fun Halloween Havoc gimmick. Tables, ladders, and scares like that. Spooky.
The Boogeyman's backstage almost every show.
Yep. This isn't the.
Give me Boogeyman in this match, please.
That'd be fun. This is in Hershey, Pennsylvania, by the way. If that adds anything to any of what you.
It might not.
The Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
I don't think it does.
Which I found out last night was the home of Old School Raw from 2010, which is a weird show.
Can we see some classic?
I watched the first hour of it as I went to sleep, and it was a
we need the
weird
classic
show.
to be one of those shows. It's just so bad.
So what do you think of Tony D and Obafemi?
I like the two guys. Honestly,
Dude,
I like their matches together. It was a really shocking
Tony D
win.
defending the North American title.
I don't think if Tony wins, Oba's not going to be NXT. If Oba wins, he's going to get a year-long run.
Here's the thing. I think Tony's going to win, but I think Oba's coming for he's going to go for Trick Williams next.
I think he's done. I think he's ready. He's fully cooked.
I do think he's ready, but that doesn't mean that they're going to pull him up.
That's
a lot of times they're ready well before they're pulled up.
Samoa Joe, Finn Balor,
Roxanne Perez
Shinsuke
now.
Nakamura, Julia, Stephanie Vicure.
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez. The entire women's division.
Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade versus Julia and Stephanie Vicure.
I haven't been this excited over the women's division NXT since.
When was the last time you've been this excited for a women's tag match in general? In WWE.
Okay.
Never.
Yeah. No. Well, no. The Kabuki Warriors against somebody.
I know that I wasn't necessarily excited for it going in, but at Elimination Chamber, that pre-show, Asuka and was it Asuka and Kyrie?
I think so.
Versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae was an awesome match.
I was like I really like that match.
Who do you think is going to win? I think
Hunter,
Roxanne's taking the pin here.
If Hunter gives this to the other team, I'm going to
Sean, you mean?
Fight him.
Sean and Hunter, I guess.
If the stupid clique people who stay with it,
if those degenerates,
if the ones who stayed with Vince don't give the right win, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah. So you think Julia and Stephanie?
They better.
I think Roxanne's getting pinned. It's a matter of who, and that's going to set up her challenger for Deadline.
Julia versus Stephanie is going to happen in NXT at some point.
I think it happens at.
Thank God.
I don't know when it happens. It will happen. I think Stand and Deliver is when we get the triple threat finally. I think they're going to drag this out, and we won't get the triple threat until Stand and Deliver. Even though I would like to see Roxanne lose the title and then win the Royal Rumble. That's just my personal fantasy booking. But Trick Williams is the champion, defending his NXT title against Ethan Page in a Devil's Playground match. Thoughts, if any?
Abyss is in the
Mm-hmm.
When I think of a Devil's Playground,
kind of reminds you of the Monsters Ball.
Yeah, I was gonna say it won't be that. If it's that violent, I will
Lose it.
literally go to WWE shop and buy something.
Yeah, I'll go buy an Ethan Page T-shirt.
I don't know what it's gonna be,
but yeah,
I mean,
that's just pretty cool.
Trick
Trick wins, right?
Yes, easily.
Yeah. So we'll see what else gets added to this card this week. I'm sure stuff will get added on NXT. At least 2 more matches. But it's shaping up to be a fun NXT show.
Last NXT actually is a really interesting match type. The gentleman's duel. Can't strike the opponent while they have 4 points of contact on the ground. Can't throw them over the top rope. Have until we count of 3 and no fight on the floor.
No Canadian destroyers. No tope suicidas.
You
no
will control your narrative. You will control your narrative.
That's interesting. All right, now tape up the light tubes and take the door off its hinges. It's time for Shane's GCW corner.
I have a lot to talk about this corner, actually, so it's a little bit surprising. There's 2 big events and some more big announcements.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start with an announcement, first of all. The hottest free agent in all of wrestling, Montavious Porter, is coming back to Bloodsport.
Ooh.
This is going to be Red to Dream On, so it'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited. First of all, Britt Lauderdale, bring him to St. Louis, for the love of God.
Yeah, do you think he faces Barnett? Because he kind of had a moment with Barnett at the last Bloodsport.
I think so.
Yeah. That's Barnett's match for the next Bloodsport 13 is next?
I think something like that.
13 or 14? Something like that.
And then the next match for Brooke Havoc got announced. For Yu Yamashita got announced. So she'll be facing Brooke Havoc the day before.
Brooke Havoc, who was just on Collision this week.
On Collision, and also great match last Saturday with GCW.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be at St. Louis taking on Mike Bailey, which is gonna fuck.
So that's the match we get to see.
It's gonna fuck.
We get to see Mike Bailey.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yes. So Mance Warner was unable to attend the past weekend events due to some family issues. So single play, not getting a title shot, but it was in a match that we'll talk about later.
Mm-hmm.
And on to some results. Dr. Redacted and Owen Veit had one of the best matches of the year. Went to war with each other, and Dr. Redacted wins, looking to continue this win. Cut the little promo saying he's going to go through everybody in an NGI. And then
this is the fun part of the corner where I just don't know who you're talking about anymore.
Right. These 2 you're going to know. Okay. Richard Holiday.
Love him.
And Pero, his big gay muscle man.
Yes, of course. Of course, the big gay muscle man. The classic wrestling trope of the big gay muscle man. I'm well aware.
That's how you describe Pero pretty much is that. They're pretty good as a team, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But the gays won that match because Brooke Havoc and Dark Sheik were a good team as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they kissed at the end because gays won. Effie wins 2-0. Sydney Akeem versus Jack Evans was the flippiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Dude. Oh,
holy shit. That match ruled. So Gorilla Sky beats Subway Charlie's, and then Mito Extremo returns and just beats up Ciclope.
Mm-hmm.
They used to be tag team with each other if you was unaware. And during Broski Jimmy's promo, first of all, heat.
Yeah.
The fans threw almost every can they had into the ring, which was amazing.
Incredible.
And then also a fan, I noticed in the background, a fan in a Raiders mask took off his shirt, went around to the side where no fans were, snuck into the ring, almost got into the ring, and it gets carried out very easily, may I add, by a guy in a rainbow shirt.
Nice.
And finally, the biggest one of them all. In 2022, GCW ran the Hammerstein Ballroom. Mm-hmm. The show sucked. They're going to try and rewrite history. They're going to do it one more time. January 19th, I believe, is the date that they have set.
Did you see? This is completely unrelated. Oh, it's sort of unrelated. NXT is going to be in Hammerstein in November.
Not Hammerstein, the ECW Arena.
Oh, the ECW Arena. Okay, wrong one.
Little different.
Wrong ECW.
Wrong city.
Yeah, wrong ECW venue.
Yeah.
My bad.
But the issue with Hammerstein is that's in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And
we can't go to it.
First of all, correct. That's also the issue with my NXT.
Yep.
But the issue is that the New York NY Athletic Commission sucks. Last time, they required mats, no blood, no death matches. So we're going back there. But the biggest fault of the Athletic Commission last time, they barred Nick Wayne from competing. Because he was under 18.
Because he was under 18 at the time, yeah. Idea. A gimmicky GCW show where they all wrestle like it's the 60s.
That would be so good.
Just the same people, but they just all wrestle like it's the 60s.
That'd be so funny. But my thing is that how did ECW put on this 10 out of 10 for both of us show in 2005 where the rules were the same?
I don't know. My guess was going to be that the rules changed, but if you know they were the same,
I'm pretty sure they were the same. The mats may be different.
WWE money. It's that Vince
you know
McMahon
what?
money.
They maybe just pay off the fines, probably.
Paid off the fines, paid the commission, whatever. Yeah.
Brett Lauderdale, if you're listening to this, first of all, book something over St. Louis.
Yep.
And then,
hey, I mean, we're getting Mike Bailey. I'm happy already. I'm happy already. Everything else is a plus. Everything else is a cherry on top.
honestly, and then just make it GoFundMe.
Yeah.
The fans will pay off the fine. I swear to God.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they definitely will.
I'll pay off the fines.
Yeah. All right. Anything else from the GCW corner?
Not for this week.
All right. So on to our favorite things of the week. Of course, is where I hand out the gold, silver, and bronze hot dog. You hand out the gold, silver, and bronze handshake. Let's start with that bronze handshake. What do you got for me this week?
This was tough.
Yeah, not a super eventful week. Remember, KOPW does count.
Right.
And then it's everything else since we last recorded.
So I'm just going to give this to a GCW event. I'm going to give it to Dr. Redacted against Orin Veidt, which is VEIDT.
Dr. Redacted versus Owen Veidt. Is that what you said?
ORIN.
Orin. Okay.
Yeah, Orin VEIDT.
VIDT. Okay, got it.
Went to war.
Got it. That's cool. My bronze is going to go to the DIY Street Profits Pretty Deadly Triple Threat from SmackDown.
Okay.
Thought that was really good. What's your silver handshake going to be?
I want to give it to the Jack Perry spot. That was just really weird.
Yeah, the weird raw meat on the cake for Kenny Omega.
But like, I really liked that. It was the first thing of his I really liked his heel turn.
It was perfectly weird.
I kind of want the weirdly like really creepy dude.
I like absurd stuff.
Yeah,
and that was absurd.
That's what I like about it. It's like it made no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be violence. It can just be weird sometimes. I like that. My silver hot dog is going to go to Shelton and Leo Rush.
Okay, that's fair.
Killer match. Loved it. I feel like every time Leo Rush has like a big spot match, I'm like, man, he killed it every single time. And of course, Shelton's AEW debut was awesome. So silver hot dog to Shelton and Leo. What do you got for the gold handshake?
Well, I forgot about Shelton and Leo, which kind of sucks. They're number 4 for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I guess. I gotta give it to ZSJ.
Yeah, I gave it to ZSJ and Naito, but yeah,
the match was good. I think ZSJ winning it was better.
Mm-hmm. And he had another defense this week against Sonata. I haven't gotten to watch that yet, but yeah, that was, from all I've heard, a pretty good show. So, yeah, so I gave mine to ZSJ Naito. You gave yours to ZSJ. That works. On to our upcoming matches. Starting with Raw. This is the lightning round here. Of course, if you're new here, this is where Shane gives me his excitement level on a scale of 1 to 10 for each match. So for Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio versus the Creed brothers as part of the World Tag Team Title Tournament, what do you got out of 10 there? Dragon Lee, Mysterio, Julius Creed, Bruce Creed.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Gotta be at least like a 7.
Yeah, I'd say an 8.
8, yeah.
But this is WWE, so...
It'll still be fun.
Yeah. But if it was in like AEW, a 10.
Oh, yeah. AOP versus the New Day in that same tournament?
I've never liked AOP. This is gonna be my shameful admission. I left Takeover too early. I did not see DIY break up
Really?
because I didn't like AOP. I knew what was happening. I knew they were being pushed to the top of the division for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay. And Jey Uso defending the IC title against Braun Breaker.
Honestly, a 9 because I think Roman's gonna get involved.
This is a bloodline interference?
Yes, I do.
Interesting. On Dynamite, we'll start with what we have, and then we'll do whatever new one just dropped at the end here. Camille versus Queen Aminata.
Ooh, 9.
Yeah, that's kind of going to be a really fun one. Shelton Benjamin versus Sammy Guevara.
10.
Even with Sammy Guevara.
Oh, I searched Shelton and made it a 10. No, a 7.
7. All right. Daniel Garcia and Private Party versus Okada and the Young Bucks.
A 7.
And then in a turn of events that I never thought I'd see, Chris Jericho in a ladder war. Never thought I'd be able to say that.
That was the match I saw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho in a ladder war versus Mark Briscoe.
That's a 10. That's the easiest 10.
Mark Briscoe in a ladder war gets it no matter who's in the ring.
Obviously, yes.
And also, it's just weird enough that it's Chris Jericho in a ladder war.
Yeah, I mean that's never. First of all, a ladder war and not Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
A ladder war, Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
What?
On SmackDown, we have Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY for the tag team titles. Or not tag team titles, for number one contendership to the tag team titles.
That's going to be a fun match. I'll be say 10.
That's my Ty Dillinger 10 of the week.
Mine's ladder war.
The ladder war is your Ty Dillinger 10 of the week. And then Andrade versus Carmelo, Game 7, special ref LA Knight.
Dude. 10.
10? I'm like a 9 on it because I'm a little worried it's going to get too schmozzy with LA Knight involved as the ref.
Probably, but
it's still going to cook.
But also just after the last match when Andrade told him to put the fries in the bag, sensational.
Yeah. Let me double check here. There wasn't anything announced for Collision when I checked, but I will double check to make sure that nothing else has been announced. Okay, no. So nothing announced for Collision this week. Match recommendation of the week. We talked about Chris Jericho is going to be on a ladder match, so I'll throw it back to 2008, which is what I think is the best version of Chris Jericho in a ladder match against Shawn Michaels for the World Heavyweight title at No Mercy 2008. So that's my match recommendation of the week. If you want to listen to more of us, we have a Noah Destiny classic review that should be out before this goes up, a Halloween Havoc 1989 review that should be coming up, and tons of other classic reviews we've done, other episodes of the show we've done. But yeah, so if you want to listen to more, go check those out. Thank you for listening, and remember to enjoy wrestling.